The casual MMA fan doesn't know who Khalil Roundtree is, which for how many electrifying knockouts he has, I'm surprised. But hey, he wasn't always this big scary dude just destroying people. He was a big fat blob, let's be honest. And today we are going to learn how Khalil Roundtree lost all that weight. Subscribe.
That's when I started getting my heaviest. We were eating fast food every single day, 3 times a day, never drank water, soda only, smoking like a pack and a half of cigarettes a day, and just on the road traveling. And then by 19, I got up to 305 pounds, 19 years old. And I remember one night laying down to go to bed, and I just felt my heart pumping ridiculously. And I was just like, no way, this is I think I'm gonna die. And I woke up in a panic, and weird thing is I got up and I went outside for maybe 10 minutes and I smoked another cigarette. And I was just like, this is the problem. I'm coughing up stuff. My heart is gonna give out, and I'm only 19 years old, So around that same week is when I discovered MMA with my brother, just watching Ultimate Fighter on TV. And so I went on my last tour, and I told the guys hey, I'm gonna go train MMA. They're like, oh, you're gonna be a fighter? You think, And I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna go train and get healthy. And they're like, okay, cool. We'll see you in a couple months. You know what I mean? No one really believed that I was gonna go and actually train and fight. I told you, I've always been this big, quiet, non-confrontational guy. So
I thought this moment of realization that you're doing something bad and that you need to change only happens in movies, TV shows, whatever. But the more I do these videos, the more I realize that it's extremely common. And now your moment doesn't have to be the same as Khalil's, where you feel like you're almost gonna die. It could just be a moment of you seriously taking a look at yourself and saying, yo, what am I doing with my life? I have so much potential that I'm wasting. For what? Now, another key thing is to keep reminding yourself, why are you doing it? Because it's very easy to fall into a trap of being motivated for 2 days and not touching whatever you're doing for a month after that. I'll admit, I fall into that same trap. Just because I make these vids don't make me perfect, but constantly reminding myself, why am I doing this? That helps me stay consistent.
Yeah, I went and took my first class Muay Thai, and March 1st, 2010, took my first Muay Thai class. And then after a month of doing Muay Thai, I started to see progression. I started to see my face was slimming down, all this stuff. So it gave me motivation to keep going. And then remember going to a MMA event, amateur, and I saw really big heavyweight guys going at it. So I was like, I think I want to do it. I want to give it a try. And so my coach was like, okay, if you lose 100 pounds, I'll find you a fight. And I was like, 100 pounds? He's like, yeah, I'll find you a fight if you lose 100 pounds. So I just kept training. Within 11 months, lost 100 pounds, and then took my first fight. And then it's just been every fight has been, until now, because now I have more of a drive and a passion for it. But all the way up until then, everything kind of happened by coincidence, or just I didn't really want to fight, but I had a lot of people oh, you're so good, keep doing it. And that was the first time in my life I've ever had people supporting me to really do something.
What I've seen help throughout my personal experiences is trying to get better with somebody specifically, or a group of people going through the same shit as you. Khalil, when he joined the MMA gym, felt motivated because he thought, damn, everybody around me got their shit together. I should too. I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to the gym alone, you don't have to be reliable for anyone. But for instance, let's say you go to the gym with 1 or 2 friends. A, now you have a responsibility to help them during their workout and be supportive. B, if you try and skip a day, they will most definitely be on your ass to get to the gym. That is, if you have good friends, of course. But you gotta make sure you do the same with them, obviously.
That was big, and I was a new guy, and I was in shape, and I could, girls are noticing me now. My whole life changed within a year of training MMA.
Wow.
From going to this guy that nobody even paid attention to just oh, hey, how's it going? Or, oh, you're so in shape. And I was just oh, this is weird. It's still weird. It's only been 9 years.
Khalil said after a month, he saw his face getting slimmer. After a year, everybody started talking to him differently, girls, whatever, this, that. This goes to show you that once you start and you get the ball rolling, everything will just fall into place perfectly. The biggest motivation you can have is seeing yourself and recognizing yourself improve, because then you will realize, oh my god, I'm actually doing it. It's actually possible. And that moment right there, I'm telling you right now, I've had those moments. It's absolutely priceless. Knowing that it's possible to reach whatever thing you want to reach, seeing it's possible, it's, oh my god, that moment is crazy.
How do you get a man off of the couch from killing himself with eating trashy food and smoking cigarettes and watching porn and doing all this just toxic shit to trying to be an all-star athlete? You know, it doesn't just, the switch doesn't just flip like that. It's a constant progression. And I think that there's millions of people out there that kind of need help in those steps of like, hey, guide me here. Yeah, I'm cheering for you, but you know what? Like, how do I do it? What's next? You know?
One question for you, man. For the next Khalil that's maybe sitting on his couch right now, a little bit overweight, what's your message to them?
It might sound a bit cliche, or we've heard this before, but like, your life matters. Your life matters. You can be special. You can be strong. You can be seen. You can be heard. Life is beautiful if you make it that way. It doesn't have to be how everybody else makes it seem. Stick around another day. I would have a lot of things like that to say, man.
I don't care how bad of a situation you got yourself in or how impossible it might seem to change your life. It's never that. If it was possible for you to get to this low of a point, it is possible for you to get out, and I will die on that hill. What's the point of problems if they aren't meant to be solved? That's not life anymore. That's not life anymore. If you genuinely want to improve yourself, there's a path to success to be discovered. It might take you really long, but you will get there in the end if you look hard enough. Every single bad position that you could be in, every single one has a path to glory. Also, don't be ashamed or scared to ask for help. Everybody has their own shit going on. You help your friend with this, he helps you with that. Together, you will get out of your problems quicker than if you would just be on your own and trying to do it all by yourself. So please don't be ashamed to ask for help.
How do you get over like the ups and downs? How do you get over the downs? The bad days? What do you do to get over those days, to get you to get out of bed, go train, go fight? What is your method to getting over those bad days?
I do my best to keep the vision alive. And I try to think and see, why am I doing all of this? What is it for? You know what I mean? So the vision ahead, what does the life that I dream of look like? And what type of person is that? And how do I look? And am I smiling? You know, so it's vision. But I think recently, one of the things that helps me the most, and it's something that my coach Lorenzo tells me, and it helps me and strengthens me, he says, stop feeling sorry for yourself. And I think that that's something that some people could take the wrong way, but for me, it actually helps. You know, if I know that I have 3 training sessions in a day and my body is, you know, sore and I don't have motivation, and I tell myself, like, stop feeling sorry for yourself, just go do it. Then, you know, if I attack the day, no matter how I'm feeling, without feeling sorry for myself or giving myself excuses, then at the end of the day, I feel so much better because I still went, you know, like I defeated all of those things, like all the odds that were stacked against me, you know, in a way, like sore body, you know, this person called me, they're sick, you know, this bill, that, and da-da-da-da. And I still went and got all of my stuff done at 100% effort. When I go to bed at night, I'm like, hell yeah. And then the next day, maybe I feel better. Maybe the motivation is there. But on the hard days, on the down days, I tell myself, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Work hard. Work hard. You know, keep going, work hard. That's it. Every day, we just work hard. Every day, work hard. For me personally, I lost 100 pounds in 11 months.
Wow.
And from the first time that I did MMA or did that Muay Thai class, every day was like I would get rid of something something that I knew wasn't good for me. First day was cigarettes. The next day it was, soda. And then I was like, okay, I'm not eating fast food anymore. I'm going to just eat like vegetables and eggs and protein. And then I started feeling better already from just eliminating those things. Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start jogging a little bit. And then I started jogging. So I think the confidence started to come after about like 3 months, I could say, like 3 months of just going to training and just telling myself that, today is the day, or today I'm not going to smoke. That was the thing. Those vices were obviously wanting to like creep back in, but I had to take it day by day and just say, you know what, today I'm not going to do it. And I wake up the next day, today I'm not going to do it. And the same thing with training. Today I'm going to go. Today I'm going to go. And just taking everything day by day until, about 3 months down the line, I saw my face slimming up a bit. And I was like, oh my God. And people were finally saying like, are you working out? Or, I started to get a little bit of acknowledgement for losing weight and stuff. And that just took it through the roof. And then I told my coach, I want to fight. And he's like, okay, you have to lose 100 pounds. And I'm like, how do I do that? I just elevated everything that I was doing. So I just started running more. I actually turned off my cell phone. I just told my friends, hey, I won't have a phone for the next couple of months, shut it off.
Wow.
And I just dedicated my life to losing the weight and to working out and to really just trying to create this better version of myself.